Don't bring your wife abroad. Abroad marriage, no, they work. People will marry 10 years in Nigeria, 5 years in Nigeria, they will come abroad and the marriage will not work. Why? Why abroad marriage no they work? Na juju, abi na Oyibo people, wetin happen? Why abroad marriage no they work? Listen to this. Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. So in my last video that I did addressing to PK, where we were talking about that teaching, I did mention that I recorded another video where I was talking about an issue that happened to a couple who recently jackpot. So I want us to talk about it today. I'm going to read it out to you, and then I'll quickly highlight some of the issues and also why I took the position that I did in my last video. I know it's not everybody that agreed with me. Some people said that I was wrong, and that's okay. I'm not looking for people to agree with me. I just put it out there the way I believe it to be. So I will read it to you guys, and then we'll have a quick discussion around it. Before I get on with it, please remember to give us a thumbs up. Yeah, some people just come on this platform. We talk, we discuss all the time. We have interactions here. Very, very meaningful conversations. And they do not subscribe. Subscription, YouTube subscription is completely free of charge. So if you have gained any value or you enjoy the conversations that we have, even if you don't agree, because it's not everybody that we agree, right? That's fine. Yeah, even if you don't agree, but you like us to keep having this conversation, learning, unlearning and relearning, then please join and subscribe. It's free of charge. Yeah, so let's talk about this matter of this couple that just jackpot. Why is a couple that just jackpot having issues in the abroad? Because the abroad marriages are under a lot of scrutiny. Yeah, we know abroad marriage, there's a lot going on with abroad marriage. Why? There are many issues, and sometimes, yeah, I just feel like it's not a question of who is wrong or who is right. It's a question of learning. And I also say it on this platform that it's easy to learn. Unlearning is the most difficult thing. Right, here goes. And this was on Pastor Shola's, Dr. Shola's page. The person said, "Good evening, Pastor Shola. Thanks for all you do. Please, I want the community to help me weigh on a matter. I've been married for 14 years, and in those years, I've always cooked for my husband. I even cook according to what he wants to eat. So, you know, where you go to the man and say, Daddy, what do you want to eat? You know, if he says, I want efo, you go and do efo and do pando yam or gari or whatever he wants to eat. If you say he wants rice, you go and cook rice. If you say he wants more, you go and cook. They are good wives. So there are some good wives out there. I'm telling you, good women. There are also good men out there, I must say. Let me continue. 4 years ago, we moved abroad. So we jackpot because I got a sponsored job. He didn't work for almost a year, but I cook before leaving for work, and he times my boss, that's the boss that she takes to work. He times, okay, let me say it in a way you understand. Like he calculates my boss and start calling me to say, "Shay, somebody will not eat in this house today." I've been working full time and still keeping the home like a good wife. Recently, I told him I can no longer cook for him again, that I will cook the necessary things over the weekend, that I'm not working, and he will have to help himself all through the week. So cook in bulk, put in the fridge, freezer, and then you just warm it up with microwave. Since I made that decision, he's been making trouble all the time, saying things like a married woman that cannot cook for her husband is not fit to be called a married woman. I told him I'm ready to stop answering that name because it hasn't benefited me at all. Now he's getting angry over little issues and frustrating my life, and I'm seriously considering divorce. Just to point out that he leaves everything for me to do, everything concerning the children at home, cleaning, even planning holidays. He just literally exists and presses his phone all day if he's not working. Is this not enough for divorce? Because my mom keeps saying the issue is manageable, but I'm getting drowned. Thanks. Okay. So these are common issues. Whenever we talk about these issues around, people being domesticated in the abroad, men who are not domesticated around the home, and issue of sharing bills, and someone not helping to pick up the pieces. You always have conversations like this, and people will say, but it's the duty of a wife. It's the duty of a wife to cook for her husband. It's the duty of the wife to take care of the home. It's the duty of the wife to do this, to do this. Yeah, we all know the duties. As I said in my previous video, the last one, if you haven't seen it, I'm linking it here, where I was challenging what Pastor K said about men not mandated by the Bible to provide. Like, we all know. However, we also realize the reality of 2025 is that only partnership can work, especially in the diaspora. Marriages that are not partnership will struggle. Let me tell you something, because I have the ears of men and women, particularly women. I have their ears. So I will tell you this for free, in case you are still that man that will come under my comment section and be saying, it's because of people like you that you are the one that are advising people. That's why marriages are failing. How is advice? Somebody that doesn't want to leave their marriage. I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. How are you going to advise somebody, babe? Oh, your husband, you are happy in your marriage. You are doing well. You are building a generational wealth. You are raising your children together in a godly home. Then I'll now come and tell you, pack your things and leave. You too. Because they've removed your brain. You just follow me. No. These are very, very flimsy excuses that you people give, because you don't want us to have these difficult conversations around kilon shele gong gong gong. What are the root cause of these issues? And this is what I talk about here. This is one of them. So they were in Nigeria. Doing all right. They probably have a house help who is helping. The man is working. She's probably working as well. So they can manage within that setting. Now, transfer the same couple without the house help, the family support, the domestic support, transfer them to the abroad. Back down. They are faced with new realities, new environment, new challenges, new understanding. The number one reason why diaspora marriages don't work is the fact that people are not willing to make adjustments. People are not willing to compromise. People are not willing, to change. No, it doesn't work in the abroad. Bro, you're going to find yourself on the street soon, bro. When you are coming abroad, everything you understand as marriage in Nigeria, you need to redefine it and re-examine it. Look at the environment. Okay, for instance, this couple that we're talking about now, a case study, she's the one working the first year they came. Maybe he couldn't get a job. They were sponsored here, so she already had a job before she came. What stops you as a man now that you are here? I know some of you brothers do it. And I give kudos to all of you that are doing it, because you guys are wise. Wisdom, a lot of wisdom and unlearning is needed in diaspora marriages. So now that you are here, the house girl is not here again. Daddy and mommy that used to help, and the cousins and nieces and that used to help, they're no longer there. It's just you and him and maybe 3 children. What are you going to do? She's working 10 hours or 8 hours. She's cooking at the weekend. You support. As a man who is wise and interested in building his home, what you are supposed to do, warm your own food. If she can cook the bulk, let's say you don't know how to cook. For instance, she's made stew in the fridge. What stops you from making rice? If you don't know how to cook rice, go and buy rice cooker. That one will cook the rice for you automatically. Just wash it, put inside, put water. It will cook. These are the things that you use to pick up the pieces so that one person doesn't feel overburdened. In other cases, you see people that come in the abroad and the woman will say, oh, in Nigeria, after all, it's you that pay everything. It's you that pay the school fees. You pay house rent, you pay everything. Your money is our money and my money is my money. All these ideologies do not work. Only work. Because the bills in the abroad, is overwhelming. So, what am I saying? The one hand has to wash one hand. Now, this lady is contemplating divorce. And in the comment section, it has over 1,000 comments. And I'm so glad that we have men, the men of this generation here. There are some of them that are so healthy that I'm really, really, while I feel sometimes, you know, very, very, I feel like, are we losing it? I still see some men that encourage me. I see some women that encourage me with the way their comments are so healthy, very balanced. Their opinions and view about these things are very, very balanced. They're not looking at it like, I'm a man, so I need to support men. I'm a woman. Oh, anything my gender does is right. No, this is not about gender. It's about partnership. So, in this case study that we are looking at, why is she contemplating divorce? Do you know why? Remember in my last video, I said it, when one person is carrying the load, or woman walk, that means their neck will bend like this. I'm talking metaphorically now about carrying load on your head. You know how we used to carry load? When one person is carrying the whole load and the other person is just walking beside them, whether it's man or woman, their neck will bend. You'll be tired. In Nigeria, this woman will not have considered divorce because all these things that the husband is complaining about, there will be somebody to help. But there's nobody to help you in the abroad. And you might think that, what is the big deal? Just because you are working now, it means you cannot cook for your husband. And I'm not encouraging women not to cook for their husband. I'm assuming, well, please. However, the work-life balance in the abroad is heavy. It's not like Nigeria where you go to some especially government work, you just resume 2-3 hours, you've closed. Sometimes they don't even go. Here, if they say it's 10 hours that you're doing 1 hour break, you will do that 10 hours. It will not shift. Sometimes the job that you are doing is you are standing. You will stand though, especially nurses and all these, you know, healthcare workers, doctors and things like that. You will stand for hours. By the time you are coming home, you are spent. You are tired. Even people that don't stand, you know, people like us that still, our jobs is more intellectual, like you write, it's more paperwork. 70% of my job is paperwork. I write assessments, I write. Sometimes I forget English. My head will be hot sometimes. I'll be asking, hey Joe, what's the you see? Google to find the meaning of words. Mentally, people think that when you work from home, I hear people say, you're enjoying, you work from home. Abroad work, you think if you work from home, that you will not do the job. Abi? They play. Just they play for them. So, what am I saying? The reason why this woman is now contemplating divorce is because it's been years. Years of a partner who doesn't think that they can make adjustment because they are in the abroad. So she's still having, the first 1 year she said she was the only one that worked, paying all the bills. And now that he's finally got a job, when two people are working, even when two people are working, you still need to, I have a friend, her husband is a doctor, he's a consultant doctor. Shout out to you, Dr. T. Now man you be, I celebrate you, sir. This man will come home. He will still be in the kitchen. He will help. When his wife is not home sometimes, he's the one that will make dinner. He doesn't see anything wrong in it. Ask me if you have a man like that who is involved in the practicalities, day-to-day life. People might say that these are mundane things, but these are the things that are ending marriages in the abroad. If you remove cheating, you remove financial abuse or any kind of physical abuse, what else is left? Is how do we manage and navigate everyday life? How can somebody, imagine if it's the woman that is doing it, you're on the phone, See all your responsibility waiting. Oh, the children are not fed, the clothes, the laundry is not done, the house is untidy, unkept. You've not cooked, you've not done anything, and you stay on your phone and you're pressing phone. You stay on the phone and you're pressing phone. How would you consider that kind of a person? Are they responsible? No. We women say will come hard on that woman and say, no, oh girl, no, you're not doing well. If there's something wrong, let us know so that we know how to fix it. You got to sit up to your responsibility. We need everybody to be accountable. Without accountability. So this kind of a couple now, if this woman now goes ahead now and divorces him, and I'm not saying she should, because you will see in the comments, I told you that he has over 1,000 comments because he resonates with a lot of people. And a lot of people are saying, listen to your mother. What your mother is saying is true. Some people are saying, throw him out. You know now, when something is in the public, everybody will bring their opinion. And usually, the personal opinion that people bring into a matter is from their own experience, their own pain. People speak or cancel from their own personal experience. So if it's a woman that was living with a man that, you know, was not pulling his weight, she'll say, throw him out. Throw him out. Divorce him. You know. But a more healthy approach, or somebody who is more healthy, that they have a husband that is supportive, you know, that they are working daily, will say, maybe have a conversation with him about how, you know, carrying this weight is impacting on you. If he doesn't listen, call somebody who can counsel him, an elderly person that he listen to, that understand the reality. It's not just calling somebody, because if you call somebody in Nigeria that don't know how abroad marriage work, and you come and tell them that your husband is not helping you to cook rice, they will tell you, okay. Our parents will not understand, though. They don't understand how abroad works. At least most of them don't. Some brothers on this platform have told me how, you know, those, especially the younger ones, domesticated. They don't see childcare as a woman. They take children to school. They will cook, clean, do everything. But they told me, say, Auntie B, one told me, say, Auntie B, do you know that when my mom comes to visit, I don't go to the kitchen? No. Do you know why? Because she's not going to understand. She will be calling me Bewudani. She'll be calling me Bewudani. They will say my wife has used juju on me. These are some very, very the ideologies that are very, that it doesn't apply to modern day marriage. But this guy, as exposed as he is, and as, you know, as supportive as he is in his marriage, they have a good marriage. But he cannot do some things where his parents are, or when his mother especially is visiting, because of cultural ideologies like that. What are you doing in the kitchen? Kini ya wa she wo lo ma gbon mo ni, o gbon mo lọ school. O gbon mo lọ school. O gbon mo lọ school. Brothers. Hey. You go gbon mo lọ school. You go put jara wa tu gbon mo padà láti school. So, what I'm trying to say in this situation is that abroad marriage, number one reason of abroad marriage failing is lack of unlearning. Lack of flexibility. People that are so rigid in their thinking, rigid in their stance that this is who I am and I'm never going to change. Despite the new realities that you face yourself. You're an African man. You're an African woman. We're all born and raised in a culture with expectations that are different from the abroad. We're in the abroad now. In Nigeria, most women, you know, will tell you, not all, but in some, many homes, is the man that anything money, they'll drop the money. School fees, money. Rent, money, if they're still paying rent. Especially the upper middle class, that, you know, the man has money. They will just be dropping the money. They don't care. Anything money, I got it. I'm telling you. But when those people now leave their posh businesses, their jobs, their posh jobs, and all these things that give them money, and they come here, the money is not going to flow like that again, because now you're on a salary. And when you're on a salary, with this example that I'm giving now, what follows is that the woman will now understand, when we're in Nigeria, this guy was, you know, he was pulling his weight, but now I got to contribute. So, Okay, he's paying rent, I'll pay council tax. Okay, I'll buy food. So you now have to really, really discuss finances. And if the woman is like, no, and we've seen cases like that again where women will say, no, I'm not dropping any money. All the money you are making, you're sending them to your family in Nigeria, or you're using it for yourself to buy bags, to buy hair, and buy clothes. At a point, the man will be tired. The man will also feel like, you are not supportive. A wife is supposed to be a helpmate. You are not helping me. That's when you now see that, like the average Nigerian man does not need encouragement to cheat. They don't. Just small window like this. Before you know, they start talking to someone else. So, in summary, what I'm trying to say is that this situation now, if there is no mediation quickly, the woman is likely to file for divorce. She's already thinking it. Do you know why? Because she doesn't feel any value. She doesn't feel supported. She doesn't feel that the man is bringing any value. And there are men like that in that situation, like I just gave you an example. These are real situations. Relationship is all about value. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If one person is pouring, and the other person is draining, after a while, you're going to run dry. So, as the example I gave once upon a time, I'll find the video and link it here. I did post it on my Instagram page. This one, pour, you pour. You pour love, you pour emotional support. You pour security, I pour, emotional availability. You pour, paying of bills, finances, I pour, taking care of the children. When you cannot, pour, paying the bills, I step in and support you. And so that Ashiria Mabo. The only marriages that can survive the abroad is collaboration and partnership. If you bring your African mentality and what you understand as marriage from Africa, your patriarchal views, this uncle, before the end of this year, he will be outside. Then another statistics will be added. Abroad marriage does not work. Abroad marriage does not work. What are the issues? These are the issues. They say if you know better, you do better. I know better. And I know that you know better. The reason why you don't want to do the right thing is because it favors you. Because you find comfort in your stand. So why should I change when it pays me? But if you don't change, the other person will change. And before you know, the center will not hold. Things will fall apart. So, do the right thing. All we need is kindness. Even when there is no love anymore, that you feel like you don't love one another anymore, maybe because, the person has done some things that, made the love to dry, that you don't feel that emotional connection anymore. If you still feel, that's, okay, this is my person, let me be kind. What stops you as a man to carry children to school? What stops you to do homework with children? What stops you as a man, to warm food? Even if you don't know how to cook, she's done the bulk cooking, warm the food. Don't wait to be served, that they will serve you and pack the plate. These are barbaric ideas that doesn't work. Somebody cannot go to 10-hour shift and come out, or 8-hour shift, I travel to it and come out, and you sit down and stretch your leg as the, what are you? The Oduduwa of the kingdom. And then they will come and be serving you. It doesn't work. Let me tell you something. Even the women that you go to Nigeria to go and marry because you feel like all these women abroad, they are too exposed. They listen to obodooyinbo TV. Village girl come city. He go tear eye. He go tear eye. Pass city girl. Ask all the people where they'll go marry. He go tear eye. And let me shock you. All of you that think that if I marry and leave her in Nigeria, don't bring your wife abroad, Shebi. Don't bring your wife abroad. Do you know what is going to end your own story? They will give you another man's children. DNA, no matter by year, they will go and you will visit Nigeria twice a year. By the time you go, they should go and get pregnant and carry another man's pregnancy for you. You cannot be wiser than the one who originated this thing. So some men think they are wise now, so they marry now. Because of this, don't bring your wife abroad, you leave your wife in Nigeria. They go knock your wife tire. You go there on top of man. I mean, another man go there on top of man. You go, they call, they say, hello, darling, I love you. Oh, I miss you. If you like, do video call. I hear say some of now, they go put CCTV. Woman won't cheat. Not today. You see all those, some of those American for nuts. where they cover hijab, covered from head to toe. They cheat if they won't cheat. You go follow and go market. You go follow and go church. You dey follow up and down. You cannot be wiser than the Creator. Let us do the right thing. Compromise. Unlearn, deconstruct, relearn. Ask your don't follow all those people that they want to budget. They've been married repeatedly and their marriages are still failing. Like that Bukumi was telling us one time. And one Uncle Londos. Don't listen to all those ones. Listen to the ones that have a healthy marriage. Ask them. Watch them. See how do they do. Ask them at home, how do you do? Okay, you have to change. If you don't change, the other person will change and you'll find yourself in the poto. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Yeah, for those of you that have bought my book, Imported Wives, please leave me a review on Amazon. Very, very important. If you've not yet purchased your copy, only $19.99. If I've ever impacted you in any way, or you find the discussions that we have on this platform useful in any way, you've gained one thing. This is all I'm asking. Just go to Amazon and get your book, Imported Wives. There are also tips at the end of the book now that you can read, and serious teaching or, points that can help you in your day-to-day life in how to make this abroad marriage work. So get a copy, get one for a friend. If you know a friend that is going through something, or a friend that is in abroad marriage, or a friend that is planning to jackpot, get yours. Don't only order one, order for friends. You can gift it as a friend, gift it as a gift to a friend. Thank you so much to everybody that has purchased the book. Those who are sending me video reviews, thank you so much. I do appreciate you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. I love you. Bye, guys.